Well, today I had another interesting experience. More people from our complex retaliating at people they don't understand. Somebody obviously, 90% of the people that do stuff to us, I'm not going to go in detail, but the people that target us are African American. But not only, but it's obvious somebody is trying. And, oh, another thing. Generally, these people live in the neighborhood we're living. For the past 8 years, we're about 2 miles from where we lived before, maybe 2 or 3 miles, but generally it's still the same neighborhood outside of the city, but still in Saginaw County. And somebody is recruiting people from whatever neighborhood we live. And when we left to go over to Auburn by the airport, people from our neighborhood actually followed us there. Probably about a handful of people. They followed us there, literally. And sometimes it would this person and this person would stay in the hotel, and then all of a sudden it would be this person and this person. But I would say probably close to a half dozen people over the course of 9 months, all from the same neighborhood. But they don't understand. I've trained myself and my child to not judge people based on their race, their religion, their cultural background, their gender orientation, anything, because people are people. And I've said that same statement. Anybody who knows me since high school, people are people. But still, the fact is, somebody is obviously organizing people to do things to my daughter and I. It varies. The one consistent thing is we go to the store, we're going to encounter a troublemaker. A lot of times it's the same faces. I kid you not. Well, if people are not on our bus, because I'll complain to a driver or I'll, say to somebody else or to my daughter, why every time we get on their bus, out of over 400 buses weekly, 6 days a week, calculated out, it's about 400. At one time I knew it was like 480 or something buses a week. Why every time we go out, different time of day, is the same person on the bus? I know why. Because people text it. I don't know exactly the medium they share other than um, TikTok, uh, some other darn program, but I forgot what it is. OnlyFans and Facebook Messenger. That's all I know. But people will show up that generally make trouble with us. Some of them have even threatened us. And if they're not on the bus, they'll be outside waiting for where we're going. They'll be right there waiting to get on the bus when we get off. I know their games. I'm not stupid. Numbers don't lie. It's a statistical anomaly for repeatedly you to see the same person when you're leaving at random times. Numbers are quite hard to lie and reveal, falsity. Numbers never lie. That being said, so we were on the bus and somebody who's from our complex, he doesn't know that I know, but I know, who's from our complex and knows. I think he's one of the families that's targeting us. I'm not sure, but I know that he knows them because I've seen him with them, and I know he lives in our complex. Listening to music, which is no big deal, except when somebody's doing it like this. Listening to music like that, do 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 do. And so we moved, and I said to my daughter, "Let's move that way we don't have a lens on us." And then you know what happened? We moved to his would have been his right. So then guess what he does? Do 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 do. And I said to my daughter, I said, somebody better get the camera off for us because I'm not going to say it more than once. Get a lens off us. And he kept doing it. So we moved again, and I said, look, you better stop filming us. Oh, I'm not filming you. I'm listening to music, man. I can't film listening to music. Lie. The only time you can't film using a phone when watching music is when you're using an app that exclusively takes control of the camera So you can't. He was listening to an app that streams audio only. I'm not stupid. Obviously, I'm a little bit more intelligent than he is. So then he wants to start threatening. And I said, look, dude, I just said keep your camera off us, but you keep doing it. And so he wants to get aggressive and threaten me. And, it's just stupid, you know? And he wants to threaten me. We get off the bus. If your daughter wasn't there, I would kick the living crap out of you. That's what he said. And we don't need any more young black men getting mouthy and picking fights with people. This is what starts stuff. And if you go out to the country, it's young white men. This is the kind of behavior that starts stuff. And he doesn't know me. I may be getting older, yeah. I wasn't a specially trained soldier, but I was a trained military person. Yes, I wasn't a specially trained sailor, but I was a trained one. And if he thinks that what happens in 2020, when somebody assaulted me while I was trying to shield my daughter, is going to happen again, they're not going to have the benefit of the doubt again. Especially when I've educated myself on how to become an expert in self-defense requirements for the state of Michigan so that nothing would happen to me. I would be legally untouchable. What happened in 2020 will not happen again. That's a promise. And part of our prayers every night to do what has to be done to protect our family, to stop us from being targeted and enslaved in Saginaw County, kept in poverty by friends of friends, sabotage cases, make sure we don't get an income, make sure programs are hidden from us, make sure we're bullied, make sure people break into our house or follow us around and harass us or hack our laptops, our phones. We pray every night the same prayers in our house. I mean, some, additions, of course, but some of the same issues are dealt in prayer every single night. And this time, I will not hesitate, and I will not give benefit of the doubt for people threatening to harm my family, crossing boundaries, trying to physically harm us. It will not happen again. So, yeah, the targeting continues in our complex. It continues. But I'm not going to back down. This racist garbage has no place in our country. We're all American. We're all immigrants. The only people that are not immigrants is people who are Native or First Nations. They're not. Actually, we may have some of that in our family far, far back. Native American and Native Alaskan. But by and far, most of us are immigrants. We all come from the same, place in one way or another. We came here with nothing. Some people it was one generation, some people it's five. Some people came and they owed everything. Other people came in chains. Very few people came with everything. Very few came here like that with everything at their disposal. Very few. This is a nation of pioneers and immigrants. And I'm not going to judge somebody who's different than me, even if somebody seems to be trying to collect people who are different from me to target me and my daughters. That being said, some people step up and they don't want to be involved with it. And I encourage them, if people are similar than you don't have to act like them. You can be yourself and do the right thing, because in the end, the only thing you take with you to your grave is your actions in this life. Were you righteous? Were you ethical? Did you do the right thing? Did you conserve? Did you save? Did you help? Did you fight evil? What did you do in this life? That's all you can take with you. Did you accept God into your heart, whatever your faith is? Did you try to communicate and connect with Him every day? These are the things we take when we go. Those are the only things we take. In the end, when we're all rotting in a box, we all look the same. And moving on to the next thing, it's nice to encounter people, especially from the African American community, that don't want to have any part of whatever's going on. People that want to just spread cheer and joke around, like some of the old timers that we encounter around Saginaw County or on the bus. African American, Caucasian old timers that just are funny and crazy. It's a beautiful life is a life where you meet people who have character. They are characters. And those are the people that I love being around. Sometimes they may grit you the wrong way, other times they may make you laugh your tuchus off. Life should be full of characters, not characterizations.